Hi. Oh, God, am I glad to see you. You got any pot?
Oh, wait, makes me red.
Hi. You guys got any pot?
No, but try some junk. It's absolutely free. Promotional offer.
No, I don't want any junk. I just want some pot, you know? Like,
Get with the New World Order, man. There's no more pot on the earth anymore. The government destroyed it all, man, in order to protect the oil companies.
Yeah, why?
Because marijuana seeds can be made into a fuel more efficient than gasoline. And the government doesn't like that. And who controls the government?
The oil companies.
Exactly! And who controls the oil companies?
I don't know.
Satan!
Hey, I know who you are. You're the...
Pot's illegal mainly to protect them.
No, pot is illegal because William Randolph Hearst ran a smear campaign against marijuana in the 1930s to protect his interests in the timber industry because hemp was poised to replace wood as an inexpensive raw material for the manufacture of paper.
And I thought you were cool. You were the gateway drug!
Hey, come on. I'm still illegal on a federal level. See, okay, the states made me legal, but the federal government and the EPA were like, wait, no, the DEA
The
was...
CIA
okay,
is behind everything!
Federal,
Them
state-
and the Masons!
No,
and it's
look,
all
okay,
connected,
I'll be honest,
bro!
I don't know
and
who
they're
votes
always
on
watching
it,
us,
but
so there
the
ain't nothing
government-
we can
the
do, because they
California
know
law says that-
everything! You get what I'm saying?
Wait, what were we talking about?
I need to borrow 20.
And by trying to figure out just how that molecule works, scientists stumbled on an amazing discovery about the workings of our brains.
This plant has opened up this very fruitful path of inquiry into understanding how memory works, how consciousness works, how emotion works. We have unlocked this whole mechanism, which we didn't know existed. And we would not know existed if not for this plant.
when we talk about this, I think that the real reality behind prohibition wasn't that it got you high, because the government's job is not here to protect you from cigarettes, protect you from driving cars too fast into a tree, or to protect you from guns, or to protect you from knives, or to protect you from pharmaceutical drugs. In all reality, the government doesn't really care about your well-being. The reason they really stepped up and said marijuana was so bad is because it competed with a lot of the synthetic solutions that they were offering us now in society. Things like plastic, things like tree paper, things like petrochemical fuels were not actually always derived from these sources. And the fascinating thing a lot of people don't realize is when Columbus landed here, he found tobacco. He did not find what he really expected, which was cannabis hemp. Because while Europe was evolving with things like paper and cloth and sails and ropes and maps and Bibles and paints and varnishes, North America was still carving on cave walls with rocks, because the Native Americans here did not have the plant that Europe used to evolve from, really, in a sense, cavemen-like days.
So you think that the reason why Americans were not evolved, or Native Americans, was because they didn't have cannabis?
Well, let me break it down.
Really
China invented paper 5,000...
This is a theory, though, right?
Wait a minute. History shows us China invented paper 5,000 years ago. Okay, hemp and mulberry. The second thing is when you start looking up canvas, the very first crops we farmed in Europe were hemp for cloth. We only got cotton gin in literally 1800, 1790, we got a patent for cotton gin. All the time we were humans, before that, we were still wearing clothes that weren't cotton. We were wearing hemp, because hemp was everywhere we were as humans. You know, this is why the Native Americans were wearing leather. They didn't have, you can't make corn t-shirts. You get me?
Right.
And when people think that our country was founded, our farms were founded on corn and cotton, they're kidding themselves. These people that are going to Farm Aid in a few weeks, thinking they're going to save the world by having locally grown produce, are stoned. We built these farms growing canvas so that those covered wagons could go west, and so soldiers could have heavy-duty clothes and tents, and so that people could actually have the materials that they used to, like, actually cross the Atlantic. This is where cannabis gets into a really big role, because when you go backwards and you say what was available, well, okay, it wasn't silk we were wearing, wasn't cotton we were wearing, wasn't rayon we were wearing, wasn't any of the synthetic fibers that we think we have today. It was realistically hemp, and hemp is what we started growing all over North America, because we needed to found this country, because we didn't have hemp growing. That meant we couldn't make ropes, we couldn't make paper, we couldn't make clothes, we couldn't make sails to sail back to Europe with, unless we grew hemp. They used to have to sail with barrels and barrels of hemp seed, because if they crashed, they would be able to grow back the source materials to fix their ship with to get the hell out of Dodge.